Today, guys, I'm going to be showing you all of the current best money-making spots and XP locations here inside of Fish on Roblox. This is going to be after the very most recent update. So we're going to be giving you the very best spots to make the most amount of money possible. In this video, I'm going to be using the tryhard rod to make all my money, but you guys can obviously use any other rod. Personally, I recommend the tryhard rod. There are rods that are technically better than this, but I feel like the tryhard rod is fairly simple to get. So this kind of works for everyone. So yeah, without any more time wasted, let's kind of go ahead and get into all of the best fishing spots. Really quickly before I do that, if you guys do want to be entered in my Oni Flarix rod giveaway or my Game Pass giveaway, all you guys have to do is leave a like on this video, comment your username down below, and do make sure you hype the video. On screen, you can see how to hype the video. Again, like I said, this is going to be one of the last times I do this, and I decided I'll also throw in a Game Pass in the giveaway. So if you guys want to be entered in that, make sure you go ahead and enter that. I will pick a winner in 7 days. No more yapping. Let's get into the video. All right. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the very first island, and this island is actually going to be pretty good for money. Now, obviously, all of these aren't going to be insane. Some will be more targeted at beginners, and some are just overall just good. Now, the first spot that I'm going to talk about is a spot that I actually don't have unlocked because I've had too much time to grind fish recently, and I'm on my alt account, so I don't have this unlocked. But basically, it's a spot called the Crowned Ruins. This is going to be a very, very good spot. Now, obviously, this is not super easy for beginners because Crowned Ruins does take some time to get to, so I will pull that up really quick. The Crowned Ruins is in Tidefall. Right here, this is what it looks like. This is going to be a very, very broken spot. I would highly recommend using this spot. I'm not 100% sure how to get to it quite yet, but yeah, this is a very good spot. So many people have been telling me to make a video on this, so definitely go use that spot. So many people have been telling me it's broken, it's overpowered, all this stuff. So make sure you guys go ahead and use that. Now I'm going to get to more spots that are kind of beginner friendly, kind of not, that you'll actually be able to get to very, very, very easily. So the next spot is going to be, you kind of just want to follow my lead. So I need to find which direction is the correct way to go. All right, so basically just follow my lead on where we go. Now, this spot, again, like I said, is going to make you a really good amount of money in a short time, and you don't even have to be a super, super high level. It's just overall. Also, if you're not using your, what's it called, your fish tank or whatever, use this. Look at all this free stuff I just got and money. Use that. If you're trying to make money fast, make sure you have all of your admin abuse items put into that. So head over to Moose Groove, and I don't know if you've seen this method or not. There's going to be a lot more coming up in this video. So if you have, just keep watching because there are some other methods. But this is the next method, and this is going to be in the Alligator Marsh. Go ahead and crawl through this, and this is going to take you to the Carrot Garden. Now you can see there's a guy already in here because this method is actually very, very good. So let's just go ahead and throw this in here. Click on the shakes. I don't have a thing now. Obviously, I kind of have a terrible enchant on my rod because, you know, I can't actually catch anything, so I may just use a different rod to show you. But this rod right here gives you a, I think, times 13 sell value with the tryhard mutation, so it's really overpowered. Let me just go ahead and use tryhard. If I could, you know, actually aim, go ahead and do this, and we're gonna get very good fish. Obviously, we don't have really any boosts running, and we also don't have a rod with a high luck, so use something like the no life rod and some bait, and you will be golden. You will be making so much money. All right, now let's go ahead and get to the next couple of methods. Now, honestly, this video is kind of very good for beginners. A lot of the beginner zones are now some of the best in the game, if not the best, which is kind of interesting. So the next zone we're gonna head to is actually kind of insane. So we're gonna head all the way over to, let me find it. It doesn't seem to be loading in. There we go, right here, Sunstone Island. Now there's two zones I'm gonna show you. If you haven't seen these before, you're going to very much love these. So the very first zone is literally just going to be in the waters right here. This is ranked as, I think, the best zone for fishing. I could be wrong, but like, I don't know. Apparently the money that you get from the fish here is just like very, very good. So I'd recommend using this if you could. It's very, very broken. This zone right here is going to make you a ton of money. This is what everyone's been talking about. Everyone's been telling me use the zone, use the zone, use the zone. So I would recommend using that zone. All right, let's go ahead and get into the next zone. Now this next zone does require that you have gone ahead and completed this merchant over here. So let me just swim over here and jump up this. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and just fly over to this. And you do have to complete this Merlin quest right here, which is kind of obnoxious to complete. But once you've done that, you can basically get this blessing or whatever it's called. Jump down here into this little cavern, and then it will actually allow you to swim down here. But right now it says I need the Merlin's Veil buff to enter the chasm. So obviously I can't do that on this account, but that zone down there is very, very overpowered for fishing. It's going to make you a lot of money. It's one of the best spots. So you can choose between this spot or this spot right here if you're trying to make money or make XP or any of that. All right, now let's go ahead and get into the very next best zone, which personally, this is the one I've mentioned a lot in other videos. A lot of these zones I've just mentioned now, I haven't really said anything about before, but this is the next zone I'm about to talk about. I've talked about before, and it's very, very, very good. So I need to go over to that zone first off, and that is going to be Castaway Cliffs. If you guys haven't used Castaway Cliffs yet, you are missing out, let's just say, because this is a very, very overpowered zone. So So here is Castaway Cliffs right here. If we run and jump all the way up here, this is the zone right here that everyone's been going crazy about. It's basically, it's gotten nerfed before, but it's still so overpowered. I don't think there's ever been a zone that I've ever mentioned this much, but it's just always good. So I would highly recommend using this zone if you haven't, and if you're not using it, especially during admin abuse. This is my favorite zone to use during admin abuse. So make sure you guys go ahead and use that zone up. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Helps out the channel a ton. We're on the road 250,000 subscribers. We're actually very, very close to hitting 250,000 subscribers. So it would mean a lot if you guys did go ahead and click subscribe. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next video.